So how did I get to this point? Welcome to No Excuses. My name is Mary Fran, and this is my place to talk about my journey to be the best me possible. That includes a 150-pound weight loss journey. So welcome. Hope you like what you hear. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button, and thanks for joining me. I didn't always have weight problems. When I was young, I actually was relatively normal. I did not get bullied because I was not overweight. In fact, we had one neighbor that always told my mom that your daughter is so dainty. So I was a dainty child. So I was very blessed in the fact that I did not get bullied for my weight when I was in elementary school and middle school. It just didn't happen because I wasn't overweight. And I'm very blessed about that. But something happened. Could it have been puberty? Was it the fact that we moved and I was in culture shock from moving from Pennsylvania to Florida? Was it the fact that all of a sudden I was no longer the active kid that was playing and riding my bike outside and running around with the neighborhood kids to someone that was kind of staying inside because I didn't know anybody and it was hot outside? I don't know. But right about that time is when I started to put on a lot of weight. I remember when I actually had to buy a size 10. I was probably about 12 or 13. And within a couple months, that outfit was way too small for me. It just happened. As I went through school in high school, my weight just kept packing on. And by the time I was done with high school, I was probably about an 18 or a 20. So I took a year off between high school and college. And as I started to think about going to college, I thought about the fact that I don't want to be overweight and in college. I don't want to do that. It was really the first time that the thought ever came to my mind to do something about it. But I'm going to age myself and say this was before widespread internet. I didn't know what to do. I, in the secret of my room, did sit-ups because that's the only thing I could think of. It never occurred to me to change my eating because I just never did. It's a foreign concept. And I know I laugh at it now, but that's where I was. So I started college and, they always talk about the freshman 15. Oh yes, I had the freshman 15. But an amazing thing happened to me. I didn't gain 15 pounds. I lost a lot of weight. I went from that size 20, 22, and I dropped back down to an 18 because you see, I was always on the go. I was running around, I was walking, I was moving, I was active, and the cafeteria wasn't a ready place to go grab food, so I was eating healthier. And I graduated college at a size 18. And through my 20s, my weight kind of went up and down. I went through a really rough situation with my teaching career and my weight dipped. But then things got happy again and my weight went back up. I got sad, I got happy, and my weight just kind of did this. And it wasn't until I was in my late 20s to early 30s, 29, 30, that I topped out the scale as 330 pounds. That's a lot of weight. It's an awful lot of weight. I was happy with myself. I was fine. Hey, I like me for who I am. And if you don't like me because I'm overweight, then that's your loss. And that's kind of where I was. And that is an amazing place to be. But I was in a new job and I had a couple friends who were very, very into losing weight and being healthy or getting fit. And so I started walking with one of these friends. And very quickly, I became very, very shocked because I couldn't climb up a half a set of stairs without... It was terrible. And it really opened my eyes to the fact that I was not in good shape and this was not going well. So when these friends decided to do a weight loss challenge, I decided to join with them. Why not? I'm perfect the way I am, but maybe if I lost a little bit of weight. And the first 30 to 50 pounds came off like a snap. I did one thing, and that was to remove Pepsi or Coke from my life. You see, I was drinking at least 3 to 4 bottles every work day, and that's not including what I drank in the morning and after work. I drank a lot of Pepsi. So by just dropping that, I started to drop mad weight. And I kind of hovered then and got down to about 260 pounds. Now, the friends that I was in, they were fickle and the challenge kind of went away, but it opened my eyes to where I was. Now, I sat at 260 pounds for quite some time, and then one day my mom and my aunt came to me and said, hey, we're starting Weight Watchers. Do you want to go with us? So out of support for them, I decided to start going to Weight Watchers. And they stayed for about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, and then they stopped going. But I kept going. I stayed with Weight Watchers and I lost weight, and I kept losing weight. And I actually made lifetime. So if you haven't been to Weight Watchers or you don't know what that means that I met my goal weight and I maintained it for 6 weeks. And I was so happy. I was so proud of myself. And I have to tell you, I felt so amazing. I had energy. I felt good about myself. I was just confident. It was amazing what that weight did. Shortly after I made lifetime, we went on vacation, and I had been denying myself cakes and snacks and certain foods for so long, and I was on vacation. What's vacation? And I decided to let myself have a little bit of the good stuff. I had dessert every day. I had fried foods. I had you name it. And when I came back from my vacation, I was about 10 to 15 pounds heavier from a 1-week vacation. And I would love to say that I was able to turn that right back around and get that weight back off. But I never lost that weight. I hovered at that 10 to 15 pounds higher for quite a while. And then 1 week, it went up by 2 or 3 pounds. And I hovered there for a while. It was a slow regain. It was so incredibly slow, but I was regaining. I swore that I would never go back over 200 pounds, but when I reached that 200-pound mark, boy, I slid right over it so easily. I started to exercise a lot to try to help combat this issue that I was having, because I'm just like beating my head against the wall and the weight wasn't coming off and nothing was happening. And in fairness, I probably wasn't working it quite the way I had the first time because, I'd already been there and done that. I'm through with that. So I picked up exercise and I was so incredibly fit. I started running. And at one point I was running at least 25 miles a week. On top of my running, I was going to Zumba 4 to 6 hour-long sessions a week. I was riding my bike and I was taking walks on top of all of that activity. I was fit, but I wasn't losing weight. I was sitting at that point right around 220, 230 pounds. And then came a job change with a long commute. And I didn't have time to run anymore. I couldn't make it to my Zumba class. I struggled big time. And I went from about 230 to about 255, 260 pounds. I was right back where I was when I started Weight Watchers. And I was so disgusted with myself. In the last 3 or 4 years since I got that job, my weight has gone down. It has gone up also. And I am working to eradicate this weight. It is a lifelong journey, and the journey is hard. But this is my journey. Now, I'm not telling you all of this so that you say, oh, wow, she lost 150 pounds once before. I'm not telling you that so that you feel sorry for me because I regained half of that. I'm not telling you for anything other than to say that look at the history. I have a huge history in weight loss. I have a huge success. And we learn from past history. So I need to look at the past as a lesson. But most importantly, I can't dwell on the past. You can't dwell on the past. What is past is past. We can't bring it back. We need to be focusing and going forward. And that is exactly what I plan on doing, moving forward. My journey has been long. It's been filled with lots of ups and downs. But you know what? It's not over. I am still here. I am still pushing forward. and you can too. No excuses.